Welcome replay viewers, and good evening everybody. Well, we're stretching out the purple martin season here a little bit. More birds than I expected to see here on the evening of August 3rd. Local time right now is 8:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Sunset was scheduled at 8:04, so we're right at that minute after official sunset. And the birds are gathering back here at the houses for another evening. And I'm here to enjoy this as much as I can, because any evening now I'm going to come down here and the place will be totally silent. I'm surprised at the number that are still here on August 3rd. At least 3 dozen. Although it's difficult to get an accurate count. Let's just pan over to the left to this other house. Very pleasant evening. Its temperatures are in the mid-70s Fahrenheit right now. 74, 75 degrees with a little bit of a sea breeze still in effect. Beautiful coloring tonight. Now look at the sky to the east-southeast. Obviously the sun below the western horizon, the northwestern horizon, but at upper levels you can see how there's a shadow there right in the middle of the image between the pink clouds. Pan around to this way and we can spot the moon up above here. 2 or 3 days past quarter moon. So at altitude there still is sunlight with something that's creating a shadow like that, obviously a cloud bank, narrow cloud bank. Alright, this chattering and this last minute flying will go on for another 10-15 minutes. And then as darkness approaches, they'll all bed down for the evening inside the cavities. But all families have been fledged. All the little ones have been fledged from the nests, making their first flights. There's no more baby birds left inside the cavities to exit. So the parents have done their job for the season and raised the or created the next generation of purple martins. Now they'll receive their flight training this week. And then nature will take over and they will start their migration south back toward Brazil. 2.5 month time frame, something like that, to sometimes as many as 3 months to make it all the way back to Brazil. Kind of a bittersweet period right now because the purple martin season for us here at our location is coming to an end, and in reality it's only like 3.5 months. April 15th, 3.5 to 4 months period, stretching it from April 15th to August 15th. Here's a black-backed gull that's been hanging around all day now, and I hope he's not another injured gull. Very unusual because he is the high end of the pecking order of gulls because he is the biggest one physically. He's larger than the herring gulls. But it's very unusual for them just to be walking around the front yard like this. There's a swan in the background heading over to the water supply, overflow water supply. So I'm not too sure about this guy here, what his problem is, since he just arrived today. Could be something as simple as old age. He's trying to get near me in the sense that he may think there's a handout, and he's scrounging for food right now. Black-back gull, the largest of the gull species around here. All right, well, he's flexing his wings, so hopefully he can still fly. Meanwhile, the martins have all taken to the sky again for one last mass flight for the evening. I don't see any hawks or anything in the area that would have them excited. So this is just what they do after fledging and do these communal flights and return to the houses now. Look at that. Practically the whole colony took off at once. Let's see how they fly back in now to the houses. They'll circle overhead for final feeding of the day. Now these groups will join with other groups migrating south, and the further south they get, the flocks will really grow to huge numbers. There's a roost in South Carolina that actually attracts, at the peak of the migrating season, tens of thousands of birds, if not hundreds of thousands of martins. We truly get to enjoy this because, as I mentioned earlier, it's just a matter of days now before this all comes to an end for the 2017 season. There they go, out over the creek, over the boat that's traveling north. Okay, come back to the houses now, birds, and show us your flight patterns here. There's a helicopter going overhead. Alright, I'm going to end this broadcast right now. I'm going to do a quick Instagram video, about 60 seconds. So anybody who follows me on my Instagram channel will be able to see that in a little bit.